Hello, everybody. Welcome to Qué Golazo on this special midweek session with Fabrizio Romano. Fab, how are you, my friend?
Hello, my friend. I'm fine. Thank you. Busy days are coming and ongoing now.
Busy day, and that's why we have you back, my friend. I'm an annoying bee buzzing in your ear, getting you to come to Qué Golazo once again. All right, let's discuss. Let's get straight into it. Fabrizio Romano, talk to me. Kylian Mbappe, Real Madrid make an offer, $188 million, I believe, 160 million euro. It is completely rejected by PSG, we believe. What's the latest?
Yes, they made this bid yesterday night, in the night, with Florentino Perez working on it. He has this obsession with Kylian Mbappe. He wants Kylian Mbappe. And making this bid means for Real Madrid showing how serious they are to the player, to Paris Saint-Germain, but to player camp also. And when I say camp, I mean also his family, because his family was waiting for something from Real Madrid to show that, okay, we're talking since a long time, but they were showing with this bid that they are serious. It's an incredible bid, let me say, because it's 160 million euro for a player that you can sign for free in 6 months. You can sign his contract as free agent for following season. So it's incredible what Florentino Perez is doing to have Kylian Mbappe at the club this summer. But from Paris Saint-Germain, there is no green light. No green light as of now. The position of the president, Nasser Al-Khelaifi, in public as in private, has always been the same. He wants to keep Mbappe at the club this summer. My feeling, talking with people involved in this deal, is that for Paris Saint-Germain president, it's not just about money now. It's also about what he said many times in the press conference of Leo Messi about Mbappe, at the last matches of the Champions League last season, talking about Kylian Mbappe. He always said Mbappe is Parisien. Mbappe is staying here. So he wants to show that when he says something to the fans, to Paris Saint-Germain fans, he's going to continue with what he said, with what he promised. So that's why at the moment it's complicated with the president Al-Khelaifi, because from the board of Paris Saint-Germain, they would be open to sell Kylian Mbappe. From the board, they would be absolutely ready to give the green light. But the president, at the moment, has not accepted Real Madrid proposal. That's why the situation as of now is in standby, but with Real Madrid trying in every way to sign Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah, there's a lot here to unfold, and we're going to try and do it as fast as possible, as succinct as possible. The one thing that you mentioned is, number one, Nasser Al-Khelaifi. I think you bring up a really good point. First of all, from a financial perspective, it's not like Paris Saint-Germain, Qatari-owned Paris Saint-Germain, are not necessarily in need of 160 million euros. Obviously, it's welcomed and it can help in terms of financial fair play. But the other component that you brought up is that this is about, Khelaifi and his reputation. He wants to make sure that his word stands and the club stands behind it. And I'm imagining, this is something I was thinking about, Fabrizio, that, Messi didn't just come because it's a big announcement, etc., but it's to create something incredible. And Kylian Mbappe is a major part of that.
Absolutely. And your point is 100% correct, because they wanted to show to the world, we are the biggest in the world. And if you sell Kylian Mbappe in the final 5 days of the window, is not the same, also as a feeling, because you signed Messi, but you know better than me that football is so quick, so fast sometimes in reputation. And so in 2 weeks, you sell Kylian Mbappe after saying for the last 6 months, Mbappe is staying here, Mbappe is Parisien, Mbappe is 100% part of our project. So, it's not the best way to finish a fantastic window for Paris Saint-Germain, because it's going to be a fantastic window also in case they're going to sell Kylian Mbappe. So it's been something incredible. But as of now, he's not accepted yet. And that's why from Real Madrid, they're waiting for an official position from Paris Saint-Germain. But as of now, from Paris, there is no green light. And let me clarify from player side, and this is important, Paris Saint-Germain, they're working on it, on the contract of Kylian Mbappe since February. They offered him a new contract more than 3 times. I'm told 3 times officially, and talks going on for 4 or 5 times in total. So it's a big amount for his salary, because they're offering more than 35 million euro per season net to Kylian Mbappe. So they're trying in every way to convince the player, but he always said no. He was always refusing, because from what I'm told, Kylian Mbappe wants to play for Real Madrid. He is desperate to play for Real Madrid one day. If it's not this summer, will be next summer as free agent, but he wants to play for Real Madrid.
Okay, so that's the other component, Kylian Mbappe himself and his family and his representatives. As you mentioned, of course, that Mbappe wants to play for Real Madrid. It's his dream to play for Real Madrid. You said the family have said, Florentino Perez, listen, your words are as good as they can get you, but show me action, hence this bid. But to your point, Mbappe wants to play for Real Madrid. And you said it earlier as well this year that, Mbappe is going to honor PSG, I guess, the contract of the remaining parts of his contract. So he's not really going to push a move. Is that correct?
No, he wants to go, and from Paris Saint-Germain, they know that he wants to go. Al-Khelaifi and Leonardo, everyone at Paris Saint-Germain knows that Mbappe is turning down the proposals because he's desirous to play for Real Madrid, but he's not going to break his relationship with Paris Saint-Germain. So Kylian Mbappe doesn't want to have any problem with the club or this kind of things. Also in a public way, he's playing with Messi, with Neymar in one of the best teams in the world, if not the best. So it's normal also from his side to say, okay, if you want to sell me now, I will be so happy. This is the position of the player. If not, next summer he will be able to decide what he wants, if to join Real Madrid. So that's why from Mbappe's position is so clear. He's just basically waiting for Paris Saint-Germain to decide, but they know that Kylian Mbappe desires to play one day for Real Madrid.
Yeah. Okay. So a few questions here because I got so much, but I'm gonna be economical with our time here. The next question I had was, well, number one, rejected. Do you think Real Madrid is going to come back with a 200 million euro bid or something more? What do you think?
I'm trying to work on it, to be honest. I'm trying to work on it, but from Real Madrid, they say we don't know yet because we are still waiting for the official answer from Paris Saint-Germain. But no answer many times in football means you have no intention to open negotiation, to open talks. So this is the feeling around Paris Saint-Germain. It's also part of the strategy. This kind of deals, when you have this kind of player, this kind of clubs involved, we are talking about top world level in sports, not just in football. It means that also the strategy and the poker game is part of the strategies of the strategy itself. So that's why at the moment for Real Madrid, they are still waiting to see what happens with this bid, but there is no green light from Paris Saint-Germain, and the feeling is that at the moment they have no intention to send a message in some hours. So that's why the situation is we will see what happens with the next step from Real Madrid. This is the answer.
Well, it's a good point about PSG just taking their sweet time and then until the window literally runs out and then there's nothing that can be done. A very good point. Okay, the other thing I had to ask you was, is Real Madrid the only possibility for Kylian Mbappe? Because there were links. I mean, I don't know if financially this is possible, but Liverpool maybe. Is there anywhere else?
Many links on this. I don't know how it's possible because, to be honest, talking with Liverpool sources is absolutely impossible this summer. Then next summer, I don't know what happens because we know that Real Madrid will go for Kylian Mbappe. I think after this bid, as some Spanish journalists said yesterday, I was looking at some Spanish journalists saying, tonight, Real Madrid signed Kylian Mbappe. If not this summer, for next summer, showing him we want to offer 160 million euro to sign him now. When you want to sign him, we can sign him in January as free agent. It's like saying to the player, we want you or nothing. So I agree with this kind of feeling that Real Madrid are showing that they only want Mbappe, but because they know that Mbappe only wants Real Madrid. So as of now, for this summer, impossible for English clubs, Liverpool or any other, to join the race and try for Kylian Mbappe. So it's only Real Madrid for this summer. Next summer, we know when football changes sometimes in crazy ways. Look what happened with Messi this summer. But as of now, I see Real Madrid as next destination for Kylian Mbappe.
Right. Okay. Well, I've got a few more questions, and then we got this. The other question I had for you, Fabrizio Romano, is I've talked about Nasser Al-Khelaifi. I've talked about Kylian Mbappe. Florentino Perez is the other character in this story. Is there an ego thing here? Because obviously Real Madrid incredibly angry still, right, at the Super League, dissolvents, etc. Obviously, Al-Khelaifi also, by the way, in charge of the ECA as well. PSG didn't have anything to do with the Super League. Is there something there as well? Is it something that Real Madrid wants to have won over PSG in this window?
Yes, I think it's a good point. This is a good point. So it's also about this kind of competition between Florentino Perez and Nasser. But also, we have to remember always that Real Madrid are not signing a single player, paying a fee. So David Alaba is free agent, but not signing a single player since, I think it's 3 years. They are not paying a fee for a single player. So they are preparing something big. Real Madrid fans are now expecting something big. And Florentino knows better than anyone else in football that they need to show something Galactico to Real Madrid fans now after 3 years of waiting, rebuilding the stadium, going with young talents. Okay, but now we need for something from Real Madrid, in Real Madrid style, let me say. So he knows that Mbappe is what they need now and what they want now. That's why Florentino is showing that he wants Mbappe at all costs now or next summer.
Okay, well, so the saga continues. Okay, so before you leave, Fabrizio Romano, also that just came out as well today, was Harry Kane puts the end to this story. Throughout the entire summer, we were thinking Tottenham was going to maybe listen to Manchester City, especially because of 150 million, but it was rejected. We know how Daniel Levy works. And in the end, Harry Kane puts a post up here. We'll see if we can share it. If not, I'll read it. Harry Kane, it was incredible to see the reception from the Spurs fans on Sunday and to read some of the messages of support I've had in the last few weeks. I'll be staying at Tottenham this summer and will be 100%, here it is, and I'll be 100% focused on helping the team achieve success. Hashtag come on, you Spurs. Okay, so that's over. What does this mean for Manchester City, Fabrizio Romano?
Yes, it's over. And as I was saying in my tweet, they made two official bids, 122 million euro. It was 100 million pounds. So they were trying with two different bids, one in June, and the last one was last week for 150 million euro. And Tottenham always said no to Man City. They only wanted to keep Harry Kane. They were trying in every way to convince the player, and now they did it. So it was not easy, but as you say, Daniel Levy is so strong in this kind of negotiation, and Paratici and Nuno were helping him. So it's been an incredible work from Tottenham. Not easy, but now Harry Kane is staying. What it means for Man City, that they are in trouble on the market, because they are not in trouble with the team. They have a fantastic team. They signed your own Jack Grealish. So you know better than me that they have a fantastic team, but they are in trouble because they wanted Harry Kane. They were working since 3 months on Harry Kane. Every week working on a Harry Kane deal, and now they have a problem because they have no striker. Jorge Mendes was offering them the opportunity of signing Cristiano Ronaldo. From what I'm told, they don't want to pay any fee to Juventus, and Juventus want 30 million euro for Cristiano Ronaldo, and there is the salary, and so there is the contract. It's 31 million euro net per season as of now with Juventus, so it's really complicated. Also because Juventus want a replacement if they are losing Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, they would love to have Gabriel Jesus as potential new signing in the negotiation, but for Man City, they said no. If we are selling Gabriel Jesus, we have another problem because we don't have strikers. So that's why at the moment the negotiation is really, really complicated between Ronaldo, Juventus, and Man City, but it's true that Manchester City are talking with Jorge Mendes, and Jorge Mendes is trying. It's really difficult, and that's why Juventus has been saying during the weekend, it's complicated. Ronaldo will stay here. Ronaldo will 100% stay here. But you remember that when we said on CBS Sports, he was not starting with Udinese because he's looking for options. It was because of Manchester City.
This was it. Incredible. So basically, it's a domino effect. We're just waiting to see what the decisions are made. All right, so this is it. The last thing, and then we say goodbye to you, Fabrizio. Do you think then this Harry Kane post makes it closer or further away of Ronaldo leaving Juventus at this moment? What do you think?
I think he's helping Jorge Mendes in his work, because now Jorge Mendes, the agent of Ronaldo, will push and push again. The feeling I had in the last hours, to be honest with you, from both parties, so City and Juventus, was more than complicated. So they were considering this deal as really, I can't say impossible because they are talking about it, but more than complicated, yes. Now let's see what happens, because after Harry Kane taking this kind of position together with Tottenham, now everything can happen. After Messi to PSG in 24 hours, everything can happen. So we will be together. If Ronaldo will go to City, we'll have another episode together here on Qué Golazo, and we will update you. Don't worry.
Anything can happen. And like you said, Fabrizio, I am sure we will see you here very soon and on multiple times. Fabrizio Romano, make sure that you follow him on Twitter, CBS Sports, on Instagram as well. He will be part as well, as we said, probably more times than not as we close this transfer window this summer. Fabrizio, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, as always. See you soon on Qué Golazo, on CBS Sports, on Paramount Plus. We will be together on transfers, on Serie A, many things, Champions League. So thank you.
Don't forget to click, like, follow, subscribe. Qué Golazo. Fabrizio Romano is with us every single week. Have a great, great rest of your day.